So you're thinking about moving to the Charlotte, North Carolina area, and you want to maybe consider the suburbs. Well, today we're going to talk about the top 5 reasons why somebody would consider Mint Hill, North Carolina, which is a suburb of Charlotte, but why you would consider Mint Hill as the place to move. So stick around. Hi, I'm Dave DeSilva with Long-Term Realty, brokered by eXp Realty here in Charlotte, North Carolina. If this is your first time to this station or this channel, please go ahead and press that subscribe button. And when we get through with this, please leave comments, DM me, Zoom me, send me a text message, and let me know what you want to hear as far as the Charlotte area goes and the suburbs of Charlotte. I get text messages, email messages, and phone calls just about every week from people who are interested in coming to this region to live or maybe just to visit. So we've got these channels just for you. If you're interested in hearing something different, something more, maybe expand a little bit on some of the coverage that we've had about this region, please go ahead and leave a message. Today, funny enough, I might be coming up a dollar late, a day short, and talking about the top 5 things, top 5 reasons why I love Mint Hill, North Carolina. And number 1 on that list is the weather. If you take a look at the sky today, it is quite a bit different than yesterday. Yesterday was in the low 60s, high 50s, and sunny, and we are at the end of December 2023. And today it's in the high 40s, low 50s, a little bit breezy. And if you can see some of the people around me at this park, some of them have hats on, gloves on, jackets on. I grew up in New England, so I still have a little bit of that thick skin in me. This will show you that we do get all 4 seasons here in the Carolinas, and specifically in Mint Hill and South Charlotte. Right now it is, I would say, late fall. We do have a fall that's come before this late fall. Next is going to be spring and then summer. So we really don't have much of a winter most years. I've been here 23 years in the Charlotte area. We have had some wicked snowstorms, but last year we didn't get any snow at all, and some years we'll get a drizzle. The one thing you have to watch out for about the weather here in the winter is if there's a weather warning, then everyone's going to be running to the stores, getting their milk, their bread, their batteries, filling up their cars on gas, so you better jump in line. Otherwise, we've got a great long summer, spring, and fall. The average temperature in Charlotte hovers, this is the average, between 33 and 96. Our hot months are June, July, and August, and we're going to hit 100 many times. This is New Year's weekend, and the all-time high on New Year's weekend was 78, 79 degrees back in 1955, I believe. And the all-time low is about 19 degrees. Now we will again get higher than that and lower than that during the year, but that'll just show you what's going on in December and January. We do get our fair share of rain here. One thing that a lot of people start to think about when they're moving to the Carolinas are the hurricanes, and the Charlotte area really got pummeled by a hurricane back in, I think it was 1989, 1990, and did a couple $2 billion worth of damage. Since then, we've had some hurricane remnants hit the Carolinas and Charlotte in particular, and we've also had our share of localized flooding. We'll get a lot of sunny days here. We'll get some rain, not any more than any place else in the country. It gets very humid in Charlotte and around this region, so be prepared for that if you're moving here from a drier state or a much cooler location. One of the cute things I read from weatherspark.com is that you're either going to be hot and muggy or cold and wet in Charlotte, and the hot and muggy lasts a whole lot longer than the cold and wet. Okay, the second of our top 5 reasons why you want to live in Mint Hill, North Carolina, and this could be a regional reason as well, is location. We are specifically or strategically located in between the ocean and the mountains. Obviously, if you've looked at a map, the mountains are to the west of Charlotte, anywhere from an hour and a half to 2.5 hours, depending on where you want to go. Once you get there in the winter, okay, late fall. In the winter, you have access to skiing, to tubing. They do a lot of winter tubing around here, and just enjoying the views. If you're going many other times of the year, there's a lot of camping, there's hiking, there's sightseeing, just a beautiful mountain range along the western side of Carolinas. If you're heading east towards the ocean, just jump on Route 74 and it's going to take you out to Wilmington in about 3.5 hours. If you're heading a little bit further northeast, the Outer Banks are about 5.5, 6 hours away, and that's Kitty Hawk and Duck, North Carolina. If you're heading to the southeast, you're probably going to hit Wilmington and then go south from there to Oak Island, that sort of thing, Holden Beach, South of there's Myrtle Beach, and then you've Charleston, Hilton Head, and then Savannah. So you've got all those within 4 to 5 hours. If you're a water person and not necessarily in love with the ocean, on the north side of Charlotte and Mint Hill, of course, is Lake Norman, a man-made lake. It's the biggest lake in the region here. And then on the southwest side is Lake Wylie. So that's the big picture view of where we're located here in Mint Hill. And now I'm going to zoom in a little bit and talk about the close-up view of why we love Mint Hill. You've got Charlotte just about 20-25 minutes to the northwest. On the south side of Charlotte, of course, Ballantyne, you've got Matthews. We're here in Mint Hill on the southeast side, about 20-30 minutes outside of Charlotte, like I said, and there's just so much to do around here. Great transportation routes. 485 circles Charlotte and goes right through Mint Hill. And then you've got east and west Route 51 that'll get you from Pineville on the west side to through Matthews and through South Charlotte over to Mint Hill. So again, in Mint Hill, you're just centered on some great locations, mountains on the west, ocean on the southeast, east side, lakes nearby, transportation pretty easy to get to. Number 3 on the list of things to like about Mint Hill, and this may be counter to what you're hearing in the newspaper, but it's the housing. Mint Hill's got homes that range in age from being built way before the 1920s, and this is just in the past couple of years, homes that have sold from 1920 until, obviously, if you're looking at the video right now, homes that are on the market today, just being built and under construction right now. So the range that you're going to find for pricing in Mint Hill right now is anywhere from, here are some of the older homes, anywhere from $359 up until $1.3 million in the last 2 years. There was a $3 million home sold. I will tell you, my little asterisk here, is that a number of these homes that are in the $1, $2, $3 million range have some land to go along with them. But what you'll find in Mint Hill is the average price of around $650, medium price around $638. But like I said, out of the 46 homes right now that are on the market, 14 or 15 of those, 13, 14, 15 are in the 400 and below range, which depending on your income may be affordable or may not. But we just saw the new homes and now we're taking a peek at some of the older homes. You've got a great mix in Mint Hill, and that's what I really think is nice about it. And here, as we talk about housing, is a newer community of McEwen Village by Century Homes. Very nice brick homes, 2-car garage, 2-story, just on the outskirts of the town portion of Mint Hill, and very walkable to Mint Hill. The location where you've got retail, restaurants, medical, a couple pubs. So like I said, I've always said when we talk about Mint Hill, a lot of the new stuff is very walkable. So here are some of the homes that I mentioned, range that span from $359 to $1.3 million. And these are a little bit on the outskirts of Mint Hill, coming up on a farm, one of the farms I mentioned. There are several actual farms out here. This is not necessarily one of them. This is a little bit of an equestrian location. And you'll see, like I said, several of these on the side roads in Mint Hill. And this is one of those neighborhoods that we were talking about that spans the $350 to $1.3 million price point. And this is Bell Grove, just on the western side of Mint Hill. Beautiful neighborhood, combination of brick and stone siding in these homes. A little bit of maybe some copper on some of the roofs over the porches and patios, but very nice neighborhood. And lastly, we've got a quick run through here of Alton Creek, new home community by Tri-Point Homes. And this is on the southeast side. Well, I'm gonna have a little traffic jam here of Mint Hill. I can get you the prices to this bunch of homes if you're interested. Just DM me, send me a text, call me. We would love to get on a Zoom call with you to talk to you about what's going on in the Mint Hill area and all of Charlotte. Nice muddy day. Good thing I'm in a Jeep. So we're back inside now, and maybe the weather did get a little bit cool, so it wasn't going to be the hot sunny day I thought it was going to be here in Charlotte in late December. But before we jump into number 4 of the top 5 reasons why you should consider moving to South Charlotte's Mint Hill suburb, please go ahead and take a second to press that like button, share this with a friend if they're thinking of moving here, if you want to share some information about the market with them, and make any comments. We love to hear your comments, and it helps us understand what you want to see more of. So go ahead and press that like, share, and comment. And number 4 on the top 5 reasons why you should consider moving to Mint Hill is, I guess this are things to do. Whether it's directly in Mint Hill or around the area, the South Charlotte area, the region, there's just no running out of things to do. No matter what your age is, your physical conditions, your likes, your dislikes, there's just something for everyone in this area. So you need some mental stimulation and you want to find something to do? We'll take a look at your reading groups, your libraries, book clubs. They've got sewing organizations in different neighborhoods, YMCAs, churches, or the schools. Shoot, you can even find some things to do in the different pubs with a dart league or cards or bingo, or they have trivia night at many of the pubs. Speaking of pubs, right around Mint Hill, as I said in a previous video on Mint Hill, you've got 464 and Vintners, which is right around the corner from 464, 2 local pubs, breweries that are very active in the community and just great place to visit. If you're into the arts and you want something to do, or you want some Broadway shows, you want some movies, you want some entertainment, just head up towards Bank of America Stadium. I was going to say B of A, but Bank of America Stadium some night, and you can see, I don't think Taylor Swift came here this year, but we do get some major acts down here or up here in Charlotte. PNC Pavilion, which is more of an outdoor facility. There's places up in NoDa which is North Davidson. That's more of that eclectic group of musicians go up there and play, but lots of things to do. Downtown, you've got shows, you've got the ballet, and when I say shows, Hamilton was here a few years ago. I've seen Mamma Mia with my wife and family, Lion King, lots of things to do. Like I said, Charlotte's just 20-30 minutes away from Mint Hill. One of the places that we talked about earlier in different videos on Mint Hill is that Veterans Memorial Park on the outskirts, the east side of Mint Hill, and you'll find activities out there. I know during the Christmas season they had a couple of festive activities. I think they do on Memorial Day, obviously, 4th of July, and then they've got different events there scheduled off and on. So again, outdoors, indoors, lots happening around here. And here we're coming up on Vintners Hill. That's the brewery, the pub, and Snap Fitness UPS store. Around the corner to the right is going to be the Subway, and across the street there is Char Bar. So I'm going to go ahead and pull into the town hall area, let you see one of my favorite places in Mint Hill. I think I've said this on another video, which is 464. So I'm going to stop in there afterwards for a quick little Friday afternoon fluid and then head home after I'm okay. So here we go. This is the Town Hall Center. Right to the right is Mint Hill Village, another nice community in Mint Hill, as I was talking about housing. And then we head right back out to some more of the metropolitan Mint Hill area. Across the street, we've got the orthodontics, we've got Novant Health, urgent care, and of course Chick-fil-A off to my left. And of course, speaking of things to do, you wouldn't want to miss Veterans Memorial Park, Korean Veterans Memorial Park in Mint Hill. This is just a quick view of it, and that was the Veterans Memorial. There's so much to do around this park alone. Soccer fields, you've got camping shelters. Down further behind that shelter is some tennis and paddleball courts. You've got a running trail, sand volleyball, some ball fields, tennis courts. I think I said that already. Just a ton to do here. And here is an example of the countryside of Mint Hill, where I told you a little bit about big city feel, close to the big city feel and opportunities. And then 2 minutes later, you feel like you're out in the country a little bit in Mint Hill. And of course, we are just 20 minutes, like I said, 20, 25, 30 minutes outside of Charlotte. So this is an example of that. So here we come to the last of the 5 reasons why, and these are mainly my reasons and some popular reasons, why it's great to consider moving to Mint Hill and South Charlotte and number 5 is, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to explain, but that quaint small town feel with big city opportunities. And the reason I say that is I came from a small town in New Hampshire years ago, and you could be downtown for 1 minute and then 30 seconds later be out in the woods driving around. And in the Mint Hill area, you can get that same feel. There's a great variety of settings out in the rural area around Mint Hill. You've got some equestrian settings, you've got some farmland, you've got houses sitting on 2, 3, 4 acres, and then you've got more community locations where everything's walkable. You've got townhomes and condos and single family residences in one location. And again, like I said, they're all walkable. So you've got that laid back country small town feel with some homegrown restaurants. And then you've got on the other side, something more like the Chick-fil-A, the Wendy's, the McDonald's, the Burger King right down in the center of town. And if you want to go into Charlotte for something different, again, that's only 20, 25, 30 minutes away, like we've been saying all along. And there's where you can get more of a city feel. Charlotte's one of the top 15, 16 cities in the country as far as size goes. And the metro area has close to or just over 2 million people in the Charlotte metropolitan area. And that would include far west to Gastonia, down south to Rock Hill, South Carolina, up north towards Statesville and Mooresville, and then off towards the northeast towards Concord, Salisbury. So it's a pretty big area. Mint Hill is right kind of in the center of that, and it's a great place to live. So there you have my 5 top reasons to consider moving to the Mint Hill area or South Charlotte. And then if you're interested in getting more information, please go ahead and look at the description down below. And we've got a lot of links in there on some different videos. We've got some links that are going to be popping up here or there about Mint Hill specific videos. But we've got a relocation package, and feel free to DM me, text me, call me. We'll set up a Zoom call if you want to know more specific information about Mint Hill or South Charlotte or Charlotte in general. So thanks for paying attention. Have a great day.